Okay, I'm going to give a quick little video on what my first putter game looks like. This is the game I start out with whenever I first set up my basket. I set up a marker 10 feet away from that, and then I start putting, and then I putt until I get to around the 30-foot mark, and then I'm basically done for practicing. But this here is going to be a simple example of what the primary putting game that I play before I do anything else here in my own side yard.
So I wanted to make this short little video to add a few things that I didn't add into the previous putting video. I also have more putting videos coming up, but this first game that I do, this first routine, is my most important routine because no matter how little time I have to putt, to practice putting, this is the game that I use first and foremost. And then after I do this, then I'll try other routines and add other things into my practice routine throughout the day. But one thing you'll notice here is I always start at the 10-foot mark, from the base of the basket, and I'm not worried about my accuracy from within 10 feet, and I know that I'll be returning to close to the basket to put in some comebackers, some missed putts over and over throughout this practice session. So I'm always focusing on moving back from that 10-foot mark. Another thing you'll notice is I'm not worried about any sort of elaborate setup process or slowing down for any reason. Even if I miss, I'm just firing off putts in a rhythm. And you'll also notice that before I pick up the discs, I tend to move the mini marker 1 foot back, about 1 shoe length. Although sometimes I may just walk straight to the basket, grab the putters, and then come back and then move the marker 1 foot backwards. I'm also taking my time. I'm not rushing. I'm focusing on moving back over time as I successfully putt in 5 discs in a row. And then once I get to about the 15-foot range, I tend to stay at a location multiple times, even if I quote unquote unlock it with 5 successful throws in a set, because I like focusing on the 15-foot, 16-foot, 17-foot, etc. ranges. So even if I successfully get 5 in, I usually come back to it 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 or 5 times, and then I'll move backwards, as time permits. Also, I tend to do these in the last hour or 2 of daylight rather than in the middle of the day due to my work schedule, as well as the temperature being reduced as time goes on later on in the evening. So I try to do this a couple times a week to practice before sunset. I'm also very rhythm based, and moving down to pick up the marker or to do anything else sometimes interrupts my rhythm, so I just keep coming back. Putt, make my misses, get in front of the basket, come back to the mini marker, and just throw. I don't sit there and think about a lot. Sometimes if I miss one, I'll end up missing multiple ones in that set, so that's something that I need to focus on, mental recovery after a single miss.
And that's essentially what this putting routine looks like. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.